The Los Angeles Lakers have a new head coach in JJ Reddick, who signed a 4-year contract to become the head man for Los Angeles and hopefully usher the franchise into a new generation that is all about winning. This comes just after head coach Darvin Ham was let go by the team after 2 seasons and a first-round playoff loss this year. And with this come many questions. JJ Reddick is an unproven commodity as a head coach in the National Basketball Association. So is he going to work out, or will he join a very long list of former first-time head coaches who just didn't pan out? And how will this work out with LeBron, who is going into a contract year? All this and much more is going to be answered right here in this video. I'm Omer Q for Real Take Sports. Be sure to smash that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever a new video is released. So the news broke on June 20th that JJ Reddick agreed to a contract to become the next Lakers head coach. Rob Pelinka offered him the job, and Reddick almost immediately started working on putting together a coaching staff that would guarantee the franchise the experience necessary in order to make this project successful. Reddick is just fresh off of a pretty lucrative podcasting career that saw him even launch a podcast recently with, ironically enough, LeBron James of the Los Angeles Lakers that was highly successful. And while the future of that podcast currently is in doubt, one thing is for sure, LeBron James had something to do with this. It is no secret that LeBron has wanted JJ Reddick to be in this head coaching position, and it is also no secret that the Los Angeles Lakers have very high stakes in ensuring that LeBron James stays happy so that he eventually will stay with the Lakers for what they hope to be the rest of his basketball career. And if you look at it from a business standpoint for the Los Angeles Lakers, why would they want to keep LeBron around? Well, regardless of him being in his late 30s, LeBron is still the biggest draw as far as a star in the National Basketball Association. This is a guy who, if he shows up, ticket prices go up, attendance goes up, ratings go up. That is money for the Lakers, that is money for the league, and that is money in the pocket of LeBron James. So in that sense, it's a very lucrative position for everyone to be in. And JJ Reddick signing on here, I think, is a bit of the Lakers doing what they have been doing over the last number of years, and that is whatever it takes to ensure that LeBron James is happy. And that could even include eventually LeBron James's son, Bronny James, joining the Lakers. But for that, go check out another video I did. But going back to JJ Reddick, not only was he a successful podcaster with his now player LeBron James, but on top of that, he was calling NBA games for ESPN, one of their lead analysts across their network for basketball. And now he goes from the announcing booth straight onto the sidelines as a head coach, which also just happens to be his first time on a coaching staff in the NBA. Obviously, JJ Reddick has over 15 years of experience at the pro level playing basketball. But if we go back and we look at first-time head coaches, especially player-turned-head coaches when they initially start out, ever since 2000, only one name has stood out as a success in this endeavor, and that is Steve Kerr. The rest of the list, Isaiah Thomas, Kevin McHale, Vinny Del Negro, Mark Jackson, Jason Kidd, Derek Fisher, and Steve Nash for the Brooklyn Nets, were not retained by their first team after 3 seasons. The most successful of those groups outside of Kerr was indeed Mark Jackson, who went 121 and 109 as the head coach in Golden State, but was, of course, let go to bring in Steve Kerr, who is the most successful at this. So it is certainly the outlier and not the pattern we've seen over the last number of years. However, if there's anyone who could buck that trend, you would think that it would be JJ Reddick. Man's basketball IQ is off the charts. The way he breaks down a game to not only make it digestible for the fans who were watching when he was doing his announcing, but also the way he would talk about it with players on his podcast. You could tell that this is someone who understood the intricacies of the game and could explain it to anyone. And I think one thing that ties both the LeBron James point and JJ Reddick's basketball IQ together is this clip from their podcast.
Nearly every possession, all you're doing is trying to find the right matchup.
A target.
You're playing chess on the possession.
It's target basketball. Yeah.
And that to me is the biggest difference.
Yeah, that never happened.
Bro, I was watching a game. I was calling a game, actually. Guy had the ball, good offensive player, had the ball at the top of the key, and they're playing the Clippers, and end of the shot clock, 7 on the clock. Another guy off the ball is being guarded by Kawhi Leonard.
Mm-hmm.
And he comes up to set a pick and roll for the guy with the ball.
And it makes no sense.
And I'm like, that's just low basketball IQ.
That's just low basketball IQ.
Keep Kawhi away from the ball.
That is low basketball IQ. That is low basketball IQ. That doesn't make any sense. And that happens a lot in our... And I'm going to go back to when you first started it. You said remembering a play. How many guys fuck up a play out of timeout? Burns me alive. It burns me alive that a coach can sit there and guys, all 5 guys, 10 eyes, are looking at the play and they come out of timeout and fuck it up. Bothers me so bad.
In that clip, you heard the way that LeBron James and JJ Reddick just are on the same page. They understand each other like they've been around each other for their entire careers. And obviously, they've been playing one another for a very long time. However, being that close did also play a factor in this decision. And on top of that, you could tell that JJ Reddick is someone who understands basketball, and I think understands it in a way that appeals to LeBron James, and I think will appeal to this Lakers team in 2023-2024. But we also have to talk about the big elephant in the room. JJ Reddick is the 4th head coach that the Lakers have had since 2018, ever since LeBron James first stepped foot onto Staples Center in that uniform. And with that has come a lot of criticism that the team is very quick to move on from head coaches. Darvin Ham was just the latest name. Frank Vogel and Luke Walton all were casualties of this winning experiment for the Los Angeles Lakers. And even after Frank Vogel delivered that championship victory for the team, he was let go just shortly after. So there's a lot of pressure on JJ Reddick to succeed early on. And if it doesn't happen, we could very easily put him right up there on that list, along with Steve Nash, Isaiah Thomas, and others who didn't last more than a couple of seasons in that position. As far as where he will go, how he will do, that is to be determined. Well, one thing I do know is that NBA fans are certainly going to debate this for a while, and I want to hear what you guys think about it in the comments section. Let me know, is JJ Reddick going to be a success? Will it be a failure? Will LeBron James even end up being on the team in a couple of years? Let me know in the comments. Also, be sure to smash that like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever a new video is released. I'm Omer Q for Real Take Sports. Be happy, be healthy, and as always, keep it real.